Good morning, friends. We are off to Lowe's and we're going to get a piece of plywood cut for the back of the van. Here we go. If you can see, we have the cardboard cut to as perfect as I can possibly get it. Nothing's ever as easy as we think it should be. This is trip 2 to Lowe's. To a different Lowe's. The beginning of that trip to Lowe's went very well. And I thought I was going to tell you a very great story about that. So I'm going to a different Lowe's and hopefully we still end up with some flooring today. Try 2. We see if this works. It's now 2 o'clock. Fucking hungry. So maybe also lunch. Fair warning, friends. The wind will absolutely catch a piece of plywood, even a not that huge one, and create a sail, and you will look like an idiot in the Lowe's parking lot. My superwoman effects? How do I do that? Unlock. I'm gonna die. Something weird I've noticed, and I don't know why, is every time I open a door on the van, the blinker comes on. I don't know if it means that something's wrong or if it's like a super cool feature from the year 2000. So maybe someone can tell me. The first time it happened, I thought that I had left the blinker on the whole time that I had been away from the van, and I felt really bad. Everyone's going to doubt me. I have 1000% faith in myself because I know if I was inspired to do something, that it is okay. I tried to buy plywood and it's a really long story. I was unsuccessful buying that plywood, but when I tried to, the 2 pieces were $112, and that surprised me. I was thinking that it was going to be like $40 for 2 pieces of plywood. I don't know where I got that from, but it was just what was in my head. This time, I start looking around at prices. Let me tell you how motherfucking expensive what I thought cheap wood was. I came up with this material. Before I do anything permanent, I'm definitely going to put some sort of like waterproofing something on it because I don't know I don't know anything about it. It's thinner than I had in mind, but I think it's going to be fine. I'm going to put some reinforcements under it. Most of it is going to be on the proper van, like rested on the frame of the van. I'm going to reinforce the areas of the van that don't have support. So I know this is fine. I know it's okay. That was a lot of words for this is fine. This is what I got. It's LP multi-use panel. Look, it's like siding or something. Guys, it's fine. Maybe I leave this in here, because that's where it goes eventually. This is what's left of the template that I very angrily left Lowe's with and threw in the back of the van, so hopefully it's still of use. It's not in its best form, but hopefully it's still together somewhat. Oh, guys, it's so sad. So everyone says that Lowe's cuts your wood for free for you, which I went there with my template all ready to go, and I had this like fanciful idea in my head that maybe they had like a giant, I don't know what kind of saw, that they were going to trace out my pattern and cut it exactly for me. I don't know why I thought that, but I just did. Anyway, so I just had it in my head that that's how it was going to go. That's not what they're able to do. They just do straight cuts, and I'm still super thankful that they do that. I was happy that they did that for me, but it just changed my plan a touch. So I had them cut just the skinniest part, and then also the widest part. And I am going to figure out, maybe by hand. I'm really just not all that concerned about it. Honestly, I may not even fill it in, because on this side the bed's going to be there and it's just going to be storage. On that side it's just going to be storage. The only place where it's that serious is up there, and depending on what I do with the space, it may not be that serious. It just depends on how visual it is. If you can see it, I'll fix it, and if you can't, now I gotta figure this template out, and it's a really big mess. Okay, you do you. Do whatever you want, guy. This is so much for my brain right now. Because really, it's this way, but it's really this way. You know? Like it's actually that way. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, think about it, Christina. It's okay. It needs to be like this. There we go. We're smart. So here's what we have to do. That. Similar over there. And the corner right there. And then I think it'll maybe fit-ish. Now the question is, do I do this shit with a handsaw? I think we know the answer is that I try. This time I'm going to make sure that the blade is tight, because that was an issue before. Here goes nothing. Oh shit, literally nothing. Okay. This feels like I shouldn't put so much stress on it when I'm cutting it. I don't know the consequences of my actions right now. We're getting somewhere, but the problem is that I'm trying to curve a little, and this is not a curvy saw. Maybe I just have to accept the straight line. Can you hit the bumper? Yeah. Oh, we're cutting the van. Sorry, van. Well done. With that, one piece. One down. 3 to go. why this is really hard, because the tension is crazy. Please, Jesus, please let these be the only cuts I have to make. See if it fits? Guess I'm kind of curious. If it doesn't fit, I'm gonna cry. All right, so we see the problem there. So close. Right here is the heater, just that much. And the heater is only connected by a couple little screws. Right here, right here. So I think rather than go through the hell of trying to cut this, like a centimeter is all it would take. Oh, the fit is so perfect. I can close the door. I'm gonna undo this and just move it, just lift it a little bit and lay it down and put it back. Feels really good to have the floor in. Looks pretty good. I am gonna have to smooth that corner down just a bit, but all in all, it's a really good fit and I feel great about it. I don't know what I thought my plan was for accessing the space below the floor, but I've been sitting here for about a half hour thinking about it, and I do have a plan in mind. So while you are looking at it thinking, what in the world is she thinking, I am thinking, I definitely am going to need to find a generous friend who has, I think it's called a jigsaw. I don't know what things are called, but I know what they are. I remember shop class freshman year. But I need that kind of saw that I need, but I have something in mind. It's all in my head. Also, I realized that once I took that heater, the blower part off that directs the air, it was never going to go back down. I was never going to be able to screw the screws back into the same hole because it was never going to go all the way back down to the floor. But I don't care. I don't think it's a problem with the air coming out of a different spot. So, like, it's just gonna come out right here instead of flowing down and coming out right there instead. If anybody knows of why that's a serious problem, let me know, but I can't figure why it would matter. It's all just different puzzles popping up along the way. Today, this feels like success. That feels like a change in the van, in progress. I'm gonna take it. It was kind of a rough one. I'm gonna take this as a day of progress. Thanks for hanging out.